Hey, people injured here, 53. Hades Wastes, blue team. We have Z Captain as a Chaos Sorcerer, but he's not moving. You can do it, there we go. Strong battlefield manipulation with control and disruption. This is the Iron Warriors elite scheme. One of my favourite schemes. I didn't know the Sorcerer got a new outfit, look at him. He looks pretty dapper, alongside Mahror with a Warlock melee spellcaster that can leap into combat with some powerful disruption, support and offense. And he is off, using his fleet there early on. Round off the blue team then, Lolgar is a Warboss melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. This is the Freebooters DLC. Some Pirate Orks, red team some more Orks. This is eM7 as a mech boy, teleporting hero that fights range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support, disrupt, build structures and repair. Alongside here the great Cornholio rocking a Techmarine, starts off range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support the structures and repair and wade into melee combat too. Rounding us off then is WAAAGH with another Warlock. This is a new map added in 2.8.1, and yes, this is 2.8.1, created by Swift Saber. Good effort, my friend. As someone who's made maps, I can tell you it takes a hell of a long time and a lot of effort and a lot of frustration sometimes. The world builder is not the easiest thing in the world to use. So what have we got? We've got a contested VP on this west side being fought over by Chaos and Orks. Here comes some Techmarine support. Where is Mahror right now? Where are those Banshees? They could come in and do some damage here. Heretics may not get away. Looks like they may have a chance here if the Techmarine stops chasing. He's going to stop chasing and they do get away. Sloppy here from eM7. He's left these shooter boys in close combat for way too long. Finally gets them out of there, and blue team take the west side. Double Banshees from Mahror. What else we got? We have natural victory points, sort of just off the middle to the right, south and north for blue and red, pretty close together as you can see. I mean, you could put like a D cannon here, couldn't you, and shoot the enemy team's natural. In terms of natural power, what we got, we have naturals in the middle and also towards the west for both teams. That middle one especially looks very easy to hit. In fact, here we see Lolgar getting his shooters on this natural power already. And there's some Dakafia. 459 to 494 very early on. This could be the first time these players have ever played on this map, so bear that in mind as they try to find their way around it, as I am. Looks pretty cool though. It seems to be heavily based on Quest Heresy, which is a 1v1 map that I think looks especially ugly, but Swift Saber managed to make this look a lot better than the official 1v1 map, I feel like. And also a great job kind of mimicking the look of it. Seems relatively open, which is usually a good thing for tanks, which in turn is usually a very fun thing for 3v3 matches. That Destructor shrugged off there by the double Banshees. They need a plan for these ladies, i.e. some setup teams or something. Cornholio does have some Devastators up with a Heavy Bolter sitting in mid right now. How much of a bash did they get over here? I think they got at least one generator. Blue team getting a natural VP back. With Eldar on both teams, you could see some huge mobility plays with webways and stuff. Destructor thrown out again, kind of shrugged off by the red team there. Everyone piled in behind this heavy cover, which means not everyone is benefiting from it there. And lots of Daka. Here come double Banshees alongside that Warlock. That Warlock getting pretty low. We might see Cloak of Shadows from Mahror to support those ladies. We'll see channeling runes, of course, as well. Although with double Banshees, that's maybe a bit less viable, since if you put channeling on one of the Banshees, the other one will just get focused down, right? Dire Avengers dropping there. Mahror just losing track of them. And some Rangers on the way. These guys, of course, getting some nerfs in the 2.8 version of Elite Mod. Of course, you can check out those changes yourself, dawnofwar.info/forums, and have a look around. It's in there, in the releases subforum. People got asking me how to see the changes. They're over there, I keep telling you. dawnofwar.info/forums, guys. Go check it out. Some suppression there from the death gun of the mech boy. eM7 getting tied up now. Don't think he has the energy to teleport away. And kept this Sorcerer in place to take some shots. Double Dire Avengers here from WAAAGH, pouring in some of that shuriken catapult fire. Heretics able to get in on the mech boy. It's a messy start, really all over the place. Nobody's really settled to one side or one area yet. Trying to all get a feel for this map, I guess. 405, 483. Mastercrafted Bolter in play for the Techmarine. We also have Bionics up to help against those double Banshees. Mahror not replacing his Dire Avengers, going for double ranges in fact, and Dire Avengers give you a hell of a lot of utility in tier 1 with shields and grenades and all that good stuff. Painboy up here for Lolgar, supporting those sluggers mainly, but of course he can use his heal over time on the Warboss himself too. That heal over time ability, by the way, can only affect Orks, so you won't see him using it on Sparkly Eldar or anything. Some burning gens here, thanks to the sluggers. This is the contested power point on the eastern edge, so they don't want to leave that red for too long. Nobody's really been able to push through the middle again since the beginning, but look at this. Power bash on the west side from the red team, and a pretty sizable force here to bash it. So they should be able to get it done. Banshee's moving into a flanking position though for Mahror. Does he have any war gear yet? Nope. This could be nasty. They turn to fight, which is what you want to do, but here comes some Raptors to suppress when they land from Z Captain. Doom bolts flying out too. Red team could get caught pretty badly here. Banshees have been dealt with. Shooter boys, are they fully upgraded? Both of them? They are. Doing a hell of a lot of piercing damage, but they are forced to retreat. That was a Bionics powerful sweep there you saw, sending those heretics flying. So what do they do? Bash one generator. Man, blue team were on them quick. 367 to 483 on the VPs. Devastator still in play from Cornholio. Might want to move up a little bit, but I guess he's worried about his rangers setting up Banshee rushes with the kinetic pulse and that kind of thing. Here's the jump from Raptors, right in front of the Devastators, which is not great for them. But here comes the Sorcerer now to tie them up with the vestments of the warp. Those Devastators are going to need to be very careful now. They have rangers to deal with, Raptors jumping, the Sorcerer teleporting. Might need to keep shotgun scouts nearby. Meanwhile, mid, Warboss getting in trouble but gets away. Oh, Ethereal Slash from the Warlock of WAAAGH, which is the Witchblade of Kernus. Finishing off these sluggers, yes, gets them down. They had Ard Boys up too, so you could say a wasted global and a unit dropped, and those guys had burners too. Banshee on Banshee action with some Daka thrown in. 350 to 479. Looks like Mahror will be the last player to go tier 3, having upgraded double Banshees and upgraded double Rangers too. There's a lot of power spent. I believe those Dire Avengers were also upgraded before they went down, but I could be wrong. Kicking off west side. Scouts trying to get a cap, but it's not working out for him. CSM there to shoot him down with Eternal War up, giving him a damage buff. 350 to 464. 2-ton cap for blue. Shooters getting caught pretty badly. Rangers trying to help out with some long range disruption. Kinetic Pulse, of course, heavily nerfed in 2.8. Now does only 5 damage down from 25, and also has a longer cooldown. Well, it has the same cooldown, but Pathfinder gear no longer decreases that cooldown. Leveling up is the Mech Boy to 2. Still has that suppression weapon, the Death Gun. As he teleports around, he stays set up too. So if you can position yourself right, you can do a hell of a lot of work with that. Here's the Pain Boy still, getting his stronger Git source in tier 2. He does get the unstable fuel injection for free, which you can use to detonate a friendly Orc unit, which is always fun. Here comes the Warboss. He's not pleased. He's got his boss pole up. This is the kind of map where you might see a lot of team fights, full on 3v3s going at it. Raptors with a good jump on some Stone Guard veterans from Cornholio. That's an awesome special attack there. The Power Fist doing a big chunk of damage to like 3 Stone Guard models. Heretics getting in there a little bit late. Running into a powerful sweep, beautifully timed from Cornholio. Might finish off the Heretics and does so. Shooter boys stayed in there and they were shooting. Look at this from Mahror, always looking to flank with those double Banshees, doing some excellent work. Are these Marines going to get away? They are being chased hard, and they do get away. Wow, one more hit I think would have finished them off. Banshees on the prowl. Mahror doing a great job getting them into dangerous positions here. Wraith Lord with a Shuriken Cannon mounted on the shoulder. Pretty dangerous against infantry. 46.6 piercing DPS, as you can see, which is a hell of a lot for a single weapon. Not to mention that awesome melee combat too. Rangers off the field. Red team retain the west side. What's going on east? We have a war truck. Shooter boys piling out. to cap this. Is there something else inside it still to grab this VP? Yeah, there's some more shooter boys. The war truck, I don't think the gunner on the war truck does a huge amount of damage. Yeah, not really a threat to the Warlock there. Man, he's doing something. 298 to 441. War truck gets away. Those guys did decap. But here's a Wraith Lord. You need to flee, Mr. War Truck. Is he going to get a rear armor hit? No. If he had a Bright Lance on his shoulder, that thing would be gone. Raptor jump. It's a pretty good one. These guys are getting pretty good jumps so far. Shooter boys are kind of blobbing up there. Weird Boy is in play from eM7. What else we got going on? We have Warp Spiders from Mahror. Warlock is down. We have Plague Marines from Z Captain. He does not have his Heretics and has not yet replaced those guys. Lolgar with some Tank Busters, replacing the Sluggers too. Already have them upgraded with a Knob Leader, but no burners yet. Rangers setting up and taking shots. They now take slightly longer to set up and tear down their weapons, which does impact their mobility. They like to shoot and move, shoot and move. Powerful sweep again, doing some good work from Cornholio. This guy's level 3. Mastercrafted Bolter giving him that suppression on demand, high powered shot with 140 damage on it too. Pretty damn good against tier 1 light infantry especially. Can really snipe a model with that. Banshee's running right here for Mahror. Catching stuff over and over again in retreat. Cornholio's just pushing his stuff up, but maybe a little bit too much for a little bit too long. Really needs to keep an eye on his like eastern side for when Mahror is trying those flanks. Power bashing attempt. Do you actually have any anti-vehicle here? Where are the tank busters gone? Oh, they're back at base healing up, so not a whole lot. Wraith Lord is not to know that though and is backing off safely. Could get caught in a 2v1 here, Rags. Looks like he has Cloak of Shadows because I see lots of invisible stuff. Yeah, here we go. And now Witchblade of Kurnus, of course. What do we have over here? Rod of Warp Fire for Z Captain. Mahror is up, still has no war gear. A level 3 Warlock though, look at that. Ethereal Slash for those double Banshees to deal with. And they did not like it, it turns out. Lolgar still with just the Boss Bolt. As we see this fight unfolding. Checking out this war gear here. 229, 441. Wraith Lord is alive. Oh, there's the global buff I always forget the name of for the mech boy. Cult of Speed, I think, to speed up all the friendly vehicles on the map, and also lowers the cooldown of their ranged weapons, which is a pretty damn good global, I think, especially in a 3v3 where you could be affecting huge amounts of vehicles on the field. Raptors again doing good work. These guys level 2. Eating a shotgun blast and getting out safely. Seems like to me they haven't been bleeding models very much. Getting in, doing some work and getting out pretty well. They can't really stay in for long periods like Assault Marines often can. They don't have as much hit points and they often don't have the kind of support from their faction that Assault Marines do. 229 to 417. Double cap here for the blue team. They have both the naturals. Red team are taking the contested. CSM level 2. They do have their aspiring champion, so Slaughter could come into play. Here's some Stone Guard veterans using their Hellfire rounds, fighting all this regular infantry. Look at that. Slaughter buffing the damage of the CSM. I believe it lowers the cooldown of the weapons too, as well as buffing the damage, I believe. That's right. Look at that. There's not stopping shooting here. 226 to 407. Who needs to reload when you have the power of the Dark Gods behind you? Those shooter boys got exploded pretty badly. What the hell even did that? Was it the Warp Spiders? I think it was. 217 to 407. Warp Spiders teleporting infantry that can do some real work for you, especially with the Haywire grenade against vehicles. What have we got going on the rosters? Tier 2 for Mahror still. Everyone else in Tier 3. I see Rags with a D-cannon on the way. Z Captain just hit Tier 3 right now. 205, 407. Let's look at this west side then. Blue team, you'd think, are going to take it back. Raptors again being a menace, and those double Banshees are certainly attracting a lot of attention as a powerful sweep and a shotgun blast. So now the Raptors can go in relatively safely there. Double Dire Avengers caught in a bad place. Raptors, I think, should have gone after them a bit sooner there. Can they get a model? They do get a model. The Power Fist is always going to get a model on retreating Dire Avengers. I think down goes the Wraith Lord. The Plague Marines and the Tank Busters and the Commandos, whose Nob leader has a rocket launcher, all helping out there. War Truck in play, of course, reinforcing all of the blue team's units in the field if they're in range. Always a great thing to get in a 3v3, especially if you have a Chaos ally, because they can't get that stuff out. They do not have a transport unit. 174 to 407, blue team pushing up the field here, trying to bash power and decap the natural VP. Land Raider Redeemer, though, on the way for Great Cornholio. eM7 needs to get some stuff on the field, I feel like. He's saving up for a tier 3 unit, I guess. Nob squad, maybe. Rangers getting a shot in. Warp Spiders teleporting away from the blob of Marines. Nice special attack there from the Chaos Sorcerer. Almost level 4, this guy's done well. Blue team need to play this carefully. They have the VP. They don't want to lose it immediately. Back off. Find a stable position and fight if they can. Let the Banshees go in and mix things up while you get your shots in. Shotgun blast. Try and focus some scouts down. You see that slaughter again from the Chaos Space Marines. 174, 361. Las Cannon trying to get shots. It's not going to help out against Banshees, though. Where's that Land Raider? Is it on the field? Where is it? It's coming out of base now. Banshees pushing forward, doing some real work. Killed Rags. A D-cannon was that. There's some sneaky commandos from eM7. Red team seem to be reeling here, but here's the Land Raider. This thing's basically a mobile base. You can set it as a retreat point. You can reinforce off it. You can even get inside it. And that's not to mention the weaponry it has, which are pretty devastating at close range. Some flamers, frag assault grenades, and a twin-linked assault cannon, as well as a multi-melter on top. Massively influential in a 3v3 team game, where everything can retreat back to it and gives you a massive field presence. Love the Daka to those commandos. Warlock got a bit too close to them, but they can retreat back to the Land Raider. As you can see, look at the difference it makes. Those guys would have been all the way off the field or trying to fight a Warlock. But as it turns out, they just retreated a few feet to safety and are still in play. Power bashing on the west side for the blue team. Nicely done by Z Captain. Gets two of the gens and the node. Job well done. He might jump again with the Raptors on the shooter boys. Taking shots from the weird boy. Needs to get on him. There's the jump. Pretty good one again. Did not actually suppress those shooter boys. Seems like they should have been close enough to get suppressed. Almost took out the weird boy though. Warp Vomit does go off. Red team trying to get their hooks in on this west side. There's double Warp Spiders now for Mahror. Look at this build. Double Banshees, double Rangers, double Warp Spiders. That's pretty awesome. Fire Prism in play now for Rags. 174 to 265. Wow. Was that a shot from the Fire Prism? That seemed insanely long range. That thing has 65 range, I think. To put that in perspective, most of the basic infantry held ranged weapons have 38 range. Blue team retain the west. Where is this Land Raider going to park up here? I'm assuming on the west side, but on this map, where your natural VP seems pretty open for attack. You might see it over there eventually. Sorcerer gets run at by some Banshees and a very angry Warlock. And goes down. Warp throw in play. Another awesome Fire Prism shot on double Banshees there. Warlock of Mahror also has Warp throw. Is there a D-cannon? There is a D-cannon from Rags, and it's set up. Look at the work this Land Raider has done already. Everything's just retreating back to it, reinforcing off it, and it's the massive focal point for the red team here, and blue team need to try and do something about it. I.e. maybe a nuke from Mahror. The Eldritch Storm, of course, was buffed back up a little bit in 2.8.1 and 2.8 in general. So we'll see what it can do. They do have tank busters and commando and that kind of thing too. Some Chaos Terminators on the field for Z Captain. Not really able to get close to the Land Raider quite yet. It has taken some damage. That Fire Prism sitting beside it with those awesome shots is not easy to deal with, let's say. 1-to-1 cap now. Some Daka steel from this war truck. Is this the same war truck? It is. That's amazing. West side is uncapped now. Can the red team get on it? Looks like he doesn't want to bring the Land Raider over here. He wants it cleared out first, maybe. Chaos Terminators with no upgrade yet. They can get Lightning Claws or an autocannon. A re-put autocannon, I believe they call it. Not sure if it's actually called that in game, but I believe that is what Chaos Terminators would use. Level 4 Sorcerer. Doom bolts flying out. Need some help though. Banshee is getting in on the Chaos Terminators, and they will happily fight him, I think, doing a hell of a lot of damage with the power melee weapons on that super heavy infantry armor, and with those very slow hitting power fists, it's not a favourable fight for the Chaos Terminators. You see the Sorcerer there getting them out of trouble, and they were in a hell of a lot of trouble there. Using his global warp ability, here comes the Land Raider Phobos. And a battle wagon. eM7 has enough red for a nuke, so does Mahror. Waiting for the right time to try and target this Land Raider maybe. The Fire Prism took a lot of damage, but is getting repairs. Las Cannon Devastator is down to a single model. And there's some Daka. And a Burner Bomb. Man, commandos are cool. They also cap 50% faster, they have that trait too. Massive disruption and work you can do with those guys. A nice ethereal slash on retreat there. Red team have the west side. Where the blue team push? Do they try and go toe-to-toe the Land Raider and take it out with their nukes? Do they go after red team's natural? Do they go to the contested side? I think they've got to deal with the Land Raider first, right? Any other fight they take, red team have a huge advantage with the Land Raider Redeemer here. Double Banshees being sneaky, trying to find a place to approach from. But it's not going to be easy, especially if they try and approach the Land Raider from the front and it just uses the Frag Assault, which would absolutely decimate those guys. Raptors jumping in. That is marked target from the Signum armor there. Banshees are going in. Trying to get some infantry off the field, but that was a nasty ethereal slash. Wow. Banshees got exploded into pieces. Only one single Banshee made it out of the 12 that went in there. Holy crap, that was an ethereal slash. I guess a burner bomb was thrown in there too. That was nasty. 99 to 239. Blue team are pushing through. Battle wagon doing some work. D-cannon's still here though. Surely the D-cannon should be on this west side so it can stop caps with the singularity. 99 to 223. Double cap here for blue. That's an Eldritch. That is from Rags. Does his best to dodge it, does Z Captain, but the Land Raider's now been shut down. Oh, we have a D-cannon. We have a battle wagon from both players. Taking a lot of damage, Mr. Phobos. Do you really have the support to stand there? Looks like he's happy. I hear another Eldritch. There it is on the Land Raider. Can they follow it up? Don't think they can. That was a little bit premature. I feel like from the blue team, from Mahror there. Maybe he's feeling the pressure of only having 99 victory points. There's the Dirge caster. Absolute mayhem here. Red team playing it very defensively, but it's working out so far. Blue team do have the 2-to-1, and red team need to get on their natural VP. I'm not sure what they are waiting for here. These guys are not moving towards it. They're trying to do some real damage on the west side first, I suppose. The Land Raider Phobos is low. War Truck goes down. Land Raider Phobos being an anti-single entity Land Raider rather than a more support-orientated one, like the Crusader and Redeemer. Just has some big old las cannons. Can it chase down the battle wagon here with some rear armor hits? It's not quite quick enough. That battle wagon is quick, as you can see. And when you put a unit inside, it gets +1 speed and all of the guns start firing. And as you can see from those light bars, it has 3 units inside. 99 to 144. 2-to-1 cap for the blue team. Lots of sluggers for eM7. Needs to repair this battle wagon, I guess. A lot of red too. Could see a nasty rocks. Warboss now needs repairs all around. Heretics will take a hell of a long time to repair it by themselves. They need some help. There's no Dire Avengers to repair it though, and there's also... oh, we do have sluggers that could repair it. But they're busy repairing their own battle wagon, so those vehicles might be out of action for a while. Unless they're forced into action like right here. With the red team pushing forward 91 to 141. There is a Rocks set up by Love the Daka slightly. And also a burner bomb in there too. Did not target the Land Raider specifically, but it did take some hits there. 82 to 141. Commandos being shot to pieces. Staying in this fight way too long. I think he's lost sight of them there. Has eM7 and down they go. 78 141. Red team can't seem to get their natural VP back. Here we go. Dire Avenger trying to do so. Some loyalist terminators from Cornholio with an assault cannon. Blue team are pushed back. Just haven't been able to get on that Land Raider. It's been so difficult to do so. We're not really there to follow up that Eldritch Storm, were they? Pretty difficult to approach without it. That battle wagon barely surviving. 73 141. Autocannon is up now for these Chaos Terminators. We have double Haywires that could get in on this Land Raider here. Tank busters are also still around. Battle wagon doing some work. Blue team are creeping forward here. That's a singularity, I believe. Everything gets out of the way. 56 to 141. That VP count is ticking down for blue team. Need to get together and push. But much easier said than done, let's say. Looks like they're going to put some pressure on the red team's natural, which is the thing to do. Probably won't win you the game, but you need to try and split the red team's forces up a little bit. Down goes the Phobos. And that was a very good weapon to use against the Land Raider Redeemer. And now it's down. Warboss eating a grenade. That's not going to make him very happy. He's got his heavy armor up already. And a Power Claw, level 3. Gets a heal over time from the Pain Boy. But it's not going to be able to cap with Fire Prisms here to shoot it in. Red team with some very shrewd unit choices here late game. They just couldn't deal with this heavy vehicle. And the Fire Prisms made it so tough, and there's the concede from the blue team. They were kind of depleted here, as you saw. Fun game though, fun map. Well done, Swift Saber, and well done to these players, fighting well, fighting hard on a map they're probably not very familiar with. And a good game it was. Let's look at his heroes. At a level 6 Sorcerer was down, level 4 Warlock who was down. With those double Banshees that sadly didn't make it through to the end. Level 3 Warboss, we had a level 7 Mech Boy with Mega Rumbler at the end. Level 9 Techmarine, played it very defensively, did Cornholio, and it paid off. Preserved his stuff well. And Rags with that epic ethereal slash on those double Banshees. And a level 5 Warlock. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.